Hey guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Sorry for the delay. Aquarius had a pretty rough day yesterday. Nothing serious. It feels like I'm on the mend. Did the Capricorn reading 2 days ago, and during the middle of it started to have some pretty bad stomach pain that worsened through the extended. The energies in the reading were pretty tough, so I associated it with that because sometimes I have somatic reactions to energy. But it continued. Moon was also in Cancer for those 2 days. It was also the first quarter moon, and Cancer rules the stomach, among other things. So I kind of blew it off, but yesterday I could barely think straight. So I'm a little rough today, but much improved comparatively speaking. So this reading is all around Pluto moving into your sign, Aquarius, which occurred on the 23rd, and he's sitting at 0 degrees of Aquarius. Pluto moves very slow. I'll give you some information about that in a second. But he sits at 0 degrees of Aquarius direct until sometime in May. Then he turns around retrograde, still sitting at 0 degrees, and it takes him till June 11th to pop back into Capricorn. So he's going to do this crisscross thing for about 18 months. I want to say that he finally arrives in Aquarius to stay, I want to say November 2024. Yeah. So that's how long he's going to crisscross back and forth. So this reading is dedicated from now until June 11th. So it's pretty date and time specific, and my subscribers have been asking for transit readings and how they might show up in our connections and our relationships. We are all souls having human experiences, so even though this is a generational planet that impacts most of the collective, we do feel it personally. It can show up. So we'll explore that in the reading. If you don't want to hear about Pluto and Aquarius, you can just move your little cursor ahead until you see me throwing cards, because it might be a couple more minutes. But generally speaking, Pluto takes about roughly 20 years to move through a sign, and that therefore 240 years to get all the way around the sun. So none of us have a Pluto return. Some of us can have a Pluto square. Some of us can have a Pluto opposition. But none of us have a Pluto return, thank heaven. Pluto is a lord of the underworld, so it's everything beneath the surface. The good news is that he's also the planet of renewal and rebirth. So think of the Judgment card in tarot, right? The archangel there with that, this is your crossroads moment, flag up saying, I'm coming to give you a second chance, right? Lift the sinners out of their graves and give them a second chance at life, at love, at happiness, whatever. But that's a call we have to answer. So it isn't automatic rebirth. It is a chosen. It is an awakening to that. Aquarius, for those of you who are here as Aquarian sons, you already know you are freedom loving. You are very highly intelligent, innovative, more concerned with the, with humanitarian energy, and you're more driven to collective endeavors. Now, of course, this is stereotyping because it's associated with the 11th house of groups, of networks, of the collective in general, of humanity. So that's where I'm picking that up from. So Pluto moving into that sign, we may have some shakeups on a global scale. Hopefully where more people of all stripes can experience progress rather than leaving it to a select few. So that would be a nice change. Aquarius also rules technology, so there may be lots of innovation 20 years from now. Our whole internet system, AI will be probably light years ahead of where it is now. So things will look very different 20 years from now due to the Aquarian influence. But it is progressive. It is freedom loving. It's also you are ruled by the planet Uranus, which is expect the unexpected. Anything can happen and probably will. So Pluto's going to take on the demeanor of the disposition of Uranus while he's in the sign of Aquarius. And therefore, when we have Pluto, the great destroyer and lord of the underworld, coming in and taking on the disposition of, I'm not going to let you see it coming. So we can expect some very unexpected situations being destroyed so that they can be reborn, rebuilt, rebirthed into something newer and better. Okay. That's all I'm going to give you for today because I'm hanging in there, but I want to give you the reading. Oh, this is so incredible. So the overall energy for your reading, Aquarius, the beautiful Two of Cups. I have the photograph from the morning musing I did yesterday. I did get the morning musing done, but I couldn't get back to the camera situation. And this was in Pluto's spot. This card was in the center of the reading. So very, very auspicious that it's back here again. This top row is the Aquarian influence for this few month transit. This middle row is Pluto's influence for this transit. And I'm only looking at the brief part of the transit, right? What I like to call the sound check. Pluto moves into Aquarius and we get a testing 1, 2, 3. And we get to hear how the band might sound later on for the full performance. Okay, with the moon on the bottom, there may be something that you need to kind of tap into intuitively, especially if you get triggered with some fears, worries, apprehensions. But this first row, and I'm looking at the first two, past, present, future, we have Page of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. I feel like with the Page of Swords in the past, just a lot of curiosity, maybe seeking some clarity. And right now with the Ace of Pentacles, it's like, I'm going to wipe that clean. I'm open to a new beginning. It is beautiful energy coming in for you here, the Ace of Pentacles, because it's tangible. It's happening in 3D. Something brand new. Maybe an offer, but if not an offer, definitely something that leads to a new path. Now, in the future, I see the Knight of Wands, so that could be somebody returning. The other option is that whatever this new beginning brings, it's like a harbinger of more exciting things to come, and you may feel very optimistic and enthusiastic. And you know, knights tend to make offers. Pages are messengers. Knights make offers. So anything that you're offering will be offered with enthusiasm, lots of initiating energy. I'm looking for another word, can't find it right now, but it'll come to me. Now, Pluto's influence in the past, we have the Knight of Swords, so very interesting. Here we're seeking the clarity, or we're looking for information before we speak some truth to a situation, right? The messenger. And then we have we need to clear the air here. So I'm feeling a little temper coming from this card. Almost a sense of, wait a minute, I have something to say now that I understand things a little bit better. Or if I don't understand things better and I need more clarity, I'm feeling that urgency. And of course, this row down here is generally speaking about your connection. There may have been something where you feel like this person just kind of skipped. They just kind of, you know, bounced and left you feeling like, wow, that was pretty shady. And maybe not understanding the avoidance and the disappearing act. It's not coming through as anything nefarious. The relationship overall is very beautiful here, if I take these three cards away. But reality is what it is, even though Aquarius doesn't like that phrase. And there's some kind of energy here about what the hell was that about. But now, like I said, new beginning, possibly even an up-leveling or an offer from your person, because we've got the Page of Cups here. There may be a message of love or apology coming toward you. And remember, in the Aquarian portion, I'm seeing somebody potentially returning, or you being very enthusiastically approaching someone. Look at this. There's some beautiful energy in the future coming through. So again, I'm looking between now and June 11th. Now in the connection, temperance is really personal to me because it's telling me that you've gotten to this point where, you know, there's lots of self-control and restraint. You're not in any rush, really. There's some real big wisdom here. And I'm feeling like you're really aware that these energies are part of a timeline, right? We have moments of frustration, lack of clarity, wanting to speak truth to power, and then we move out of that, and you know, there's like waves of energy, and it feels to me like here's this new opportunity, and you finally get the message you didn't get before that seems to be very sincere, and on some level you know that that's the plan, that all energies come into flow and balance with time. So I love that. And the last card out is beautiful divine feminine energy. Our Empress here, she frequently shows up in Aquarian readings. That is just telling me that your unconditional love is what's leading you forward. Really beautiful. Okay. And I just saw 1111 on the recording. Two of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Tower, Eight of Wands. Okay, I absolutely feel there's some kind of communication coming in. I know that's coming from the bottom of the deck. And for those who are new, welcome. When I pull from the bottom of the deck, it's my way as a reader of tapping into unconscious awareness, something rising up in the psyche and or playing out behind the scenes. So I'm feeling like there's some kind of communication trying to find its way in, bit by bit, step by step. It will likely address this Tower energy. I do feel there's something to be learned about it. Often the Page of Pentacles is about learning something new, taking those first steps in a new direction, or exploring, you know, a situation in a new way. Could be a whole new environment that helps you see whatever it is that happened in a different way. Sometimes a tower is just a paradigm shift. I'm not seeing a tower happening here. I'm seeing an exploration of a tower, or an exploration of a new way of looking at it as you learn more about the situation. So we've got this Page of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Whoa. I've got one hair that's kind of flying in and out of my vision. You see me yank a hair out of my head? That's why. Okay. So I feel like in the past, zero clarity. Zero clarity coming from divine masculine. So this just feels very stagnant to me. No action was taken, no explanations were offered, no messages that provided any clarity or understanding. And there comes the moon, right? That's what we're dealing with from the past, is just like this fog, the veil, not really seeing things clearly, not being given the opportunity to understand something. And what happens is we lose connection with our intuition about it. Things get very foggy. This, you know, moon is Pisces, ruled by Neptune. So Neptune is the fog machine. And I'm feeling like this moon energy underneath, it's just almost like a sense of, because this makes no sense, it leaves me fearful. So now we have the Ace of Pentacles, present energy, and the Knight of Wands going forward. Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles, Six of Wands. Yeah, someone's coming back. Could be this King of Pentacles coming through. King of Pentacles is Taurus, in case that speaks to anyone. If not, that's all right. But to me, the King of Pentacles is coming back very confident, very solid, very grounded. And there's some kind of new, the two aces here, it's new, it's fresh, it's exciting, it's a reigniting the torch of passion. They return, there's reconciliation. This is a triumphant homecoming in the Six of Wands. Do you feel my energy where I'm just kind of speaking stream of consciousness? No, absolutely no periods, commas. That's the energy I'm feeling. Like something picks up the pace and the momentum. That was the word I was looking for. The momentum comes in. Very fast and furious. And we have a lot of Wands energy. And there is this effort toward and offer toward reconciliation. Making peace at least. Understanding each other. Notice the wreath of peace on the wand. It's almost like you come back from all this not knowingness and this, lack of clarity about what it is that fell down, that was, for some reason just came crashing down. And you will be guided to explore that, and possibly together. So I want to see the Knight of Swords by itself. Yes, Judgment, there it is. Oh, okay. So interesting that we get the Knight of Wands to the King of Wands. So now remember, this is looking in the past. This is Pluto's energy. May have been gosh, guys, honest to gosh, it's like, hold on. Wow. And now you know, like I don't ever edit my videos, so you get all these crazy moments. My apologies. There's the Judgment card I was telling you about, right? These people are in their graves being called up by the Archangel, and that is a card of the rebirth, right? But it's also about second chances, reconciliations, reunions, redemption, forgiveness. Whew, so I feel like because we have this Ace of Cups on that, there might have been a sense of urgency to clear the air with your beloved and to sort of wipe the slate clean. King of Wands underneath just suggests to me this is someone you feel very drawn to. The King of Wands is very magnetic. But the King of Wands can also be an unavailable lover in reversed energy. Somebody who, is only available when it kind of works for them. But I feel that this person, I just think they took off. I feel like they did a disappearing act. Because that's about the energy. I feel like the apology that comes in here is very sincere. And there's a lot of love between you. All the cards feel very positive and uplifting, with the exception of, like, oh, what the heck was that? What was that about? And now I think you're about to get that explanation. Page of Cups, 10 of Cups. Can't even make it up. Yeah, an apology for this disappearing act. There's your new beginning, an offer coming in. It is an offer from this person. Okay, so yeah, the new beginning is in the connection. It is moving to calmer waters, to something more, peaceful, more peace of mind, getting beyond the turbulence of whatever it was that kind of took your breath away in terms of how things just literally, like the bottom just dropped out with no warning. And I feel like when this person comes toward you with this message, it just sets you both, it sets you personally free. It sets you free. And then you get to decide. Now notice that the sixes are under the deck. So there is, in unconscious awareness, some form of a desire for the balance to be restored. Sixes are about balance. And I'm feeling like there's, making peace, making amends, reconciling, moving to calmer waters, peace of mind, moving away from turbulence, explanation from the heart about whatever the heck this is. So let's look. So I do think you want to work through it. I see this love coming back online. That's just how it's coming through. But there's something major that has to be worked through. You have to be able to trust this person. You have to be able to get at the truth and the heart and the clarity that you've been seeking and never received. You have to be able to get at that so you can kind of grok it. So you go, oh, okay, I see that differently now. Okay, that makes sense. And that will all come through communication. And it's not going to be a short convo. And it may not even be just one. It may take place over time, and it will require lots of attention and focus and effort to move through it. But I feel like this beautiful energy is coming your way, and then it will be up to you if this is something you want to work through with this person. I can tell it did a lot. It did some damage. But I'm seeing you kind of healed. I'm seeing very healed energy here. I'm not seeing, other than this Knight of Swords, I don't see much anger. I don't see much resentment. A little bit of fear and apprehension, but mostly very optimistic. So let's look at the Temperance card with the Empress. Okay, so my hair is falling out apparently. Just in case you're wondering what's up with Laura and her hair. It's falling out. This is interesting to me because I'm feeling like the Seven of Wands underneath, which can be defensiveness, it can be resistance. It isn't that to me. I feel your independence and autonomy, and I feel you kind of energetically, even though it's in unconscious awareness, pulled it from the bottom of the deck, even though it's not like right here, on some level, you've now integrated your ability to step toward the challenge, to speak for what you want, to lay down the line in the sand. What are the boundaries? What are the terms? Where do lines get crossed? I feel like that's the energy of this Seven of Wands, is more facing the challenge and stepping into it with all this independence and without much worry. The Two of Swords is interesting because it suggests that you will be at a crossroads moment. And it might take some going within to be clear about your intentions, to be clear about what you want, what the terms of engagement are. But yet you do it from the highest version of yourself. I love Temperance and the Empress here as our bookends. I love feeling like you've risen above so much in this situation. So to have it come back toward you requires you to be a little different in your approach. And I am feeling that the Two of Swords tells you, oh, this is an important moment. I want to be sure I'm crystal clear on what my needs are in order to feel safe, in order to feel that I can be more vulnerable, that I can open my heart. You know what I'm saying? It just feels like there will be terms. There will be terms. And you will get clear on it. Yet you will come from a very high vibration of unconditional love for yourself first, always. So very interesting reading. It feels just as powerful to me as the morning musing did. Let me tell you the astrology. Before I do that, there is a link in the description box that will take you to the extended. And we're going to look at this Emperor. We're going to look at what the heck happened. Same spread, Aquarian influences, Pluto's influences. The last row, however, will be their intentions toward you and the connection going forward. And I'll close out with some oracle. So who shows up here? Page of Pentacles is all the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got Mars here in the tower. That's it, rules Aries. Page of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Hanged Man is Pisces. Emperor is Aries. The Moon is Pisces as well. We have the King of Pentacles is Taurus. I think I did say that. Knight of Wands is Sagittarian energy. Knight of Swords is Gemini. Judgment card is Pluto. Scorpio's energy. King of Wands is Leo. Then we have the Page of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio coming from the heart. We have Temperance here is Sagittarian energy. Nine of Pentacles is Virgo. And this is Venus, Taurus, and Libra. So that's what I have for you. Thanks for your patience and waiting for me for a day. And I'm going to go coif my hair so that I don't have to futz around with that in the extended. The link's below. See you there in a second. Bye for now.